Hello and welcome to Football Betting Education by MW Market Winners. In this podcast, I clarify and explain how you can become more successful in betting on football. Today, I want to focus on the question if you can win football bets by only focusing on tactics. And I want to start by quoting the former German national football coach Beckenbauer at the World Cup 1990. Go outside and play football. And this was his tactical recommendation for the game for the players, and they went out and won the World Cup. But of course, modern football is way more analytical and diverse than it was 30-40 years ago. In general, football tactics are a popular topic among both professionals and amateurs alike. Every fan, player, coach has different preferences, but only the coaches are truly relevant to the outcome of the game, of course. Numbers and statistics are, of course, more meaningful than subjective opinions. A first indication of how a coach intends to approach a game is the starting lineup. The lineup is usually made official just before the kickoff, but the general direction, or at least the majority of the starting players, is often known a few days in advance. The better you understand these signals, the better you can predict how the game will unfold, or at least anticipate the coach's game plan. A first check can be correctly predicting the starting lineup. The more surprises and substitutes there are on the bench, the more you should expect surprises on the field as well. Anyone who has ever played football knows how important it is to know your teammates and their playing styles as well as possible. With new players or players in new positions, a teammate might lack the instinct needed in crucial moments. It can also be interesting to watch changes in formation when a team plays more offensively than usual and starts with two forwards instead of one. And those things can, of course, happen during a game as well, which is important to observe in live betting situations. A change in formation is particularly noticeable when a team has been struggling longer than expected. So if they're coming from a losing streak, then the coach will likely change some things. In that case, either the defense or offense is reinforced with more players. Today, almost all teams play with the same formations. It is the style of play that varies significantly. The most important styles are likely dominant, possession-oriented football, or football that is designed around counterattacks and counter-pressing, or hybrid forms of both styles, if you want to call it like that. But in general, those are the two big styles, I would say, especially big teams are following. A team's motivation to win a game is partly reflected in all these tactical aspects. Motivation is perhaps the most important factor in determining the outcome of a game that cannot be directly measured. A team that doesn't necessarily have to win is more likely to play for a draw against an opponent that looks stronger on paper. So this is something to reflect when you see also the odds probably going down if this is the situation. A quick grasp of the game and an instinct for what's likely to happen next are great starting points for making money through sports betting. However, bookmakers have both of these to an even greater extent these days, so that alone won't be enough. That means I would not recommend to rely only on your knowledge of football tactics and the tactics of the team and coaches. But as an additional aspect of your analysis, this can be valuable, especially if you're analyzing odds and might spot a weakness in them. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.